Hello viewers, this is Bhaskar welcoming you back to Bhaskar's Insurance for You and Me series. From this episode, we will commence our discussion about understanding health insurance. Health insurance is one of the critical insurance requirements for any individual due to increasing burden of diseases, particularly the lifestyle diseases, and increasing medical treatment costs. The cost involved makes self-funding of treatment cost a very difficult proposition. To list few pointers on why health insurance is needed, a recent study has shown that the cost of treatment for common ailments has more than doubled in the last 5 years. The cost of treatment varies from case to case based on many parameters like patient's diagnosis, location, room category chosen, treatment required before and after surgery, duration of hospital stay required, which is again dependent on diagnosis and comorbid conditions of the patient, brand and quality of implants if used, etc. etc. Even simple surgeries like cataract can cost anywhere between rupees 15,000 to rupees 1 lakh, sometimes even higher. The prevalence of diseases, more particularly dreaded diseases like cancer, is increasing rapidly. Changes in the environment leading to volatility of weather, extreme temperatures, and high incidence of air quality dropping, etc., leading to higher prevalence of sicknesses. The availability of new advanced methods of treatment due to medical research is also resulting in higher treatment costs. All these factors make health insurance a critical product in our insurance portfolio. Considering the many types of products available in the market, the need to understand the product before purchasing health insurance is higher. The next few episodes will provide you with sufficient information on this in simple terms. As in other products like fire insurance, personal accident insurance, here also there are many health insurance products available with different insurers in the country with variations in terms of cover and certain features. There are also a few standard health insurance products mandated by the regulator for sales through every insurer who is involved in health insurance business in the country. As it is difficult to study each of these products separately, we will discuss only the fundamental aspects of insurance and general features across the health insurance products to understand the health insurance. Health insurance in the country is to a large extent standardized through the intervention of the insurance regulator IRDAI. The regulator has issued many guidelines to insurers on health insurance regulations and also on standardization of health insurance products. These guidelines specify the norms to be followed by the insurer while carrying out health insurance business. The norms in terms of design of the proposal form, product design, pricing of insurance products, rules to be followed for renewal of the policies, steps to be taken for protecting policyholders' interest, role of insurers and third-party administrators in claims processing, standardizing some terminologies and some exclusions for use in the policy wordings, etc. etc. These steps have resulted in standardizing certain elements of the health insurance across the insurers involved in health insurance business, leading to standardized and simplified health insurance products. As mentioned above, some of the terminologies used in health insurance policies have been standardized, and all health insurance policies will have to use these definitions only in their product in respect of those specified terminologies. As a result, certain terms like hospital, illness, deductible, daycare procedure, accident, injury, reasonable customary charges, room rent, etc., will have some wordings and therefore same meanings in all health policies, irrespective of the product purchased or insurer from whom the product is purchased. The detailed list of such definitions are provided in the policy wordings and also can be viewed in IRDA website. These standard definitions help the customer to understand the product better. Now we will examine What is health insurance and what is a basic cover under this? Health insurance is an insurance wherein the insurance policy provides for coverage of medical expenses incurred for medically necessary treatment, the treatment of sickness or injury if hospitalized. The medical expenses covered include various subheads like room charges, boarding charges, nursing expenses of the person undergoing treatment, including while in ICU, the professional charges paid to doctor, surgeon, anesthetist, specialist fees, anesthesia, blood, oxygen, medicine, surgical appliances, implants, etc., and such other expenses incurred for treatment. Now, the expenses in relation to any treatment falls under three time periods. One is hospitalization expenses, which refers to the expenses incurred during the hospital stay of the insured person. That is, from the time of admission into the hospital till discharge from the hospital. The second time period is a pre-hospitalization expense, which refers to the expenses incurred in relation to the hospitalized treatment but incurred prior to the admission in the hospital. The third time period involved is the post-hospitalization expense, which refers to the expenses incurred in relation to the hospitalized treatment but incurred after the discharge from the hospital. Both the pre and post hospitalization expenses must have been incurred for the treatment of same disease or injury for which the insured was admitted into the hospital. The cover under the pre and post hospitalization expenses head is generally subjected to a cap which may vary from product to product. For example, some product may offer cover for 60 days pre-hospitalization period and 90 days post-hospitalization period, or some product may offer cover for 30 days and 60 days of pre and post-hospitalization periods only. So the total duration of claim period under health insurance includes the treatment period during pre-hospitalization, during hospitalization, and during post-hospitalization. Now, the term hospitalization itself needs to be understood very clearly. The hospitalization means admission in a hospital for a minimum period of 24 consecutive inpatient care hours, except for specified procedures or treatments where such admission could be for a period of less than 24 consecutive hours. So, this definition basically means that the insured must be admitted into the hospital for inpatient care. In the cases where treatment is given as part of outpatient department, that is what we call as OPD, is not considered as hospitalization, hence is not admissible as hospitalization expenses under health insurance. Such OPD expenses do not form part of admissible hospitalization expenses. However, there are few separate insurance products where OPD expenses are provided as add-on or extra benefits. And the admission in the hospital should be for a minimum period of consecutive 24 hours. Where the sickness or injury does not require inpatient care for a minimum of 24 hours, such treatment do not form part of admissible hospitalization expenses. Where the treatment is not admissible as inpatient care for minimum 24 hours, such treatment would not qualify for pre and post hospitalization expenses also. However, there are certain procedures or treatments or surgeries which can be completed in a shorter time due to use of technological advancements, and hence stay in hospital care for 24 hours is not necessary in respect of these procedures or treatments. For example, surgery for piles, surgery for cataract, septoplasty, surgical treatment of hemorrhoids, colonoscopy, hysteroscopy, radiotherapy, chemotherapy, etc., etc. They do not require inpatient care for 24 hours. Such procedures are considered as daycare procedures and they are exempted from the requirement of 24 hours inpatient care. Such treatments are covered under the health insurance as long as the procedure is done as an inpatient in the hospital. The list of such procedures which are considered as daycare procedures is provided as part of the policy wordings. Now, the other important term used is hospital. What is the meaning of the term hospital? The definition for the term hospital is also standardized. The summary of the definition is as follows. Any institution established for inpatient care and daycare treatment and registered as hospital with the local authorities under Clinical Establishments Act 2010 or under laws specified under section 56(1) of the said act is a hospital. Also, any institution established for inpatient care and daycare treatment which has qualified nursing staff under its employment round the clock, which has minimum 10 inpatient beds in towns with population of less than 10 lakhs and minimum 15 inpatient beds in other locations, which has qualified medical practitioner round the clock, which has fully equipped operation theatre of its own where surgical procedure is carried out, which maintains daily record of patients, which is accessible to insurers, authorized personnel, is also considered as a hospital. We have seen earlier that the cover provided is for medical expenses incurred for medically necessary treatment of disease or injury. The term medically necessary treatment refers to the treatment required for medical management of the illness or injury suffered by the insured and must have been prescribed by the medical practitioner. Hence, any non-medical expenditure, even if it is incurred during hospital stay, stands automatically excluded from the cover. So in this episode, we have seen some of the fundamentals of health insurance. We will continue the discussion on health insurance in the next few episodes with some more details on the products. Until then, bye from Bhaskar.